Orlamar back with another Grand Arena video. Last round suffered a pretty bad loss, unfortunately. This week we're going to try to recover. This guy's made Kyber before, 662 wins, 199 defensive wins. Quite a few good relics, Grievous, droids, Sith Empire. He's got a General Skywalker in Gear 12. So yeah, there's that. Let's see, glaze over that loss real quick. I don't like losing, so we won't talk about that much, but set my Geos and my Newt team up top, and then my Sith Empire and my Shock T team on bottom, along with Kira with Nest and my Phoenix, and then my Negotiator on defense. Probably shouldn't have done that, but that's fine. Got Bounty Hunters and First Order, pretty weak. And then Geos and Karth Old Republic. I really screwed up last round on Geos. And just Poggle kept dodging all my stuff, and that screwed up my counters to them, and then that screwed up the rest of my match. So I realized I could have just taken in Sith Empire in the first place against them and not worried about it, because my Empire would have handled Bounty Hunters last time. So I just decided I'm just not going to mess around with those counters during Grand Arena. I can test them out a little bit more during Territory Wars if I want to, and then just come in Grand Arena and just use my Night Sisters to take them out. The Night Sisters don't really hold that well on defense anyway, and they don't force too strong of counters. Everybody has their decent counters for them, and they're 100% versus Geos, so I just don't have to worry about it anymore. So we did that. We're going to get 55 banners pretty much every time. Looks like we're missing protection on all of them already, so yeah, just ramping up damage, and then yeah, they're almost gone already. Let's take out Alpha, and there should be 55 banners. Old Republic, since I'm not using it, I forgot there was a feat that uses Vader with Bounty Hunters. Probably should have done that, but instead I just took in my Empire team. I guess I don't really care about feats that much anymore since I've got a loss this season. I'm not going to get top 10 or anything like that, so if I miss a feat or two, I'm not too worried about it. So my goal here is to not let them get a turn. Let's see if we can get some stuns. Perfect. Got a couple of them, 2 of them. We've got Zalbar isolated, and then we've got this merciless massacre, and we'll take out Mission eventually here. Could probably just hit her, and that's fine. Save the Culling Blade. Then we can use the Culling Blade here. That'll give us a bunch of turn meter, and no, who should we fracture? Zalbar, I guess. Fracture's probably going to slow it down just because he's never going to take a turn, and then we're not going to be able to do as much damage to him, just because his defense stacks every time you hit him without him taking a turn. But he's not well geared, so I'm not worried about it. We'll stun Juhani, and it looks like I don't think they got a turn there, so 60 banners. Then he's got his General Skywalker in the back, as well as some Night Sisters with Nest. I think this is my first time facing General Skywalker in Grand Arena, and it's not a particularly good one, so I normally, to take out General Skywalker, I use my Padme with Yoda, which is what I like to use in Arena as much as possible. It's just a more fun team to use. But I think with this General Skywalker, I can get away with C-3PO, so I can use Yoda somewhere else. And worth a try. So they're going to get a lot of turns to start. My Padme is modded to be slow for Darth Rev encounters. Not terribly slow. I think she's 240 speed though. And everybody else is faster than her, so we'll go all in on Skywalker. Let's get some extra protection up, get some stacks of courage so we can just take them out quickly. And got to take out 5s first. I didn't check if he's got his tactical awareness data, but it wasn't worth it to try to find out. So I wanted to get rid of Rex. Probably should have gotten rid of Arc instead because he had more turn meter there, but that's alright. This battle's not too difficult. And 56 banners. I don't like using Padme on offense when I don't need to, just because she doesn't typically get good banners unless it's way overkill. So, because that team has no way to regenerate protection. If I brought Shock T, then it might be better for offense, but I like using Shock T with clones, even though my clones aren't very good. So, thinking about Commander Luke for this team, instead we'll just go with my Jedi Knight Revan. We'll take out Nest first, just so we don't get dazed. And yeah, they're trying to heal. I don't know why. I want to avoid killing zombie as much as possible because that's just going to ramp up the damage on Asajj, and Asajj is the only one that's decently well geared here. And also it would just make things harder for me in general, but feed turn meter. But 62 banners, pretty easy win with the overpowered team there. And then these two teams aren't terribly strong either. Check, make sure I don't have any feats that I need to collect on. It looks like we can finish the undersized squad feats this round. We'll go in against this First Order team. We'll take Bastila with Ezra and Hermit Yoda. A little bit hesitant with this just because the 3 people can get stun locked pretty easily. But I want to take out First Order Officer first. I was hoping that would do it so I could focus on the next guy, which I did anyway with Kylo there. Now we'll take out Officer. But then Bastila gets stunned and we're forced to go after Kylo. And we get dispelled by Executioner, and I think he pushes back turn meter if I'm not mistaken too, so we want to get rid of him pretty quickly here too. Now Master's training on Bastila. Let's get Kylo out before he stuns another one of us. And now we can get Executioner out. 62 banners again. We were pretty close to losing some protection there, but I'm glad we didn't. Then we can just take in the CLS trio against these bounty hunters. They're not terribly well geared. We'll stun Bosk so that he doesn't taunt right away. I think if I remember right, I played this pretty poorly. Probably I went after Dengar there. Should have stunned Bosk there with Chewbacca. Instead, went after other characters, and then I didn't get the stun when I needed it with Han, and then I used my AoE, which dispels with Chewie when there was nothing to dispel. But luckily, we're already through Bosk's protection, so his defense goes way down once you get through his protection, and we were just able to take him out. These past couple battles, I'm starting to realize how tanky Cad Bane can be. I didn't realize that at all before. But take out Dengar, and then 62 banners. We'll take it for playing it that bad. Collect on my feats. And then we can go in against his fleet. He's got his Falcon with Houndstooth and Biggs, so we'll just mirror match it. I did this for a while in Arena, haven't done it in a few weeks, probably a month, so I'm just not 100% sure. It should all come back to me, but we're faster, we're a better Falcon, so we'll wiggle first to make sure they don't do the AoE onto my Falcon and just take me out in one shot somehow. I've had that happen in Arena sometimes, and it's not fun. Then really just want to keep Biggs alive if we can and kill their Biggs. Perfect. Theirs is gone. Now we can bring in Phantom just for his reinforcement ability, or their reinforcement ability, I should say, I guess. They're going to do the same thing. I want to get some target locks on there, but it doesn't seem to be happening. So we lose our bigs, and Houndstooth just won't be target locked. I don't know what's up with that. But I know he's got bonus tenacity and stuff when he's not taunting, but usually I can land it at least once. So now AoE from Ghost. Hopefully that doesn't hurt our banners too much. It looks like we all had bonus protection there. Let's see if we can get rid of some of these debuffs. And the Falcon assisted, so took him out. Now let's just go after Ghost and get him out before we lose any more banners. We healed up with the Falcon, and Cassian finishes him off for 63 banners. Could have been better. My opponent had his Malevolence, so he should be able to clear my Negotiator, but hopefully that's enough to get a win. My opponent hasn't attacked yet, but we'll come back and see when he does. Came back at the end of the round, see if my opponent had attacked, and looks like he got a full clear. One shot both my Newt and my Geos, all my Separatists. Two shots against my Darth Revan, and two shots against my Shock T. One shot my Negotiator, no surprise with his Malevolence. And then one shot against my two junk teams in the back. But we do get a win, 1753 to 1705. So back on track.